The phone call that shattered my world came on a rainy Tuesday. It was over. The adoption I'd been dreaming of for years wasn't happening. I felt hollow, mourning a child I'd never held, with grief that felt invisible to everyone around me. Friends tried to comfort me, but nothing reached the ache of plans unraveling before they'd even begun. I spent days avoiding the nursery I'd so carefully prepared, convinced the universe had closed its doors on me. But loss has a strange way of pushing you toward new beginnings. One afternoon, desperate for anything to dull the emptiness, I signed up to volunteer at a local children's shelter. The first day, I nearly turned around at the door, terrified of reopening wounds. Yet something told me to step inside, and there in the corner was a quiet little boy, drawing superheroes on a scrap of paper. He looked up at me with eyes that seemed to recognize a kindred spirit. Week after week, we built a quiet friendship, sharing crayons, stories, and laughter that started to stitch my heart back together. The more time I spent at the shelter, the more I realized love wasn't something you lost forever, it was something you could find again, in places you'd never thought to look. I watched this child blossom, and to my shock, so did I. Months later, when I was asked if I'd consider becoming his foster parent, I didn't hesitate. The adoption that once fell through made space for the family I was truly meant to have. Sometimes, the path to happiness is messier than we imagine, but I learned that when you keep showing up, even when it hurts, love has a way of finding its way home.